Lewis Jones, Pontypridd Scrum-Half. Now, you're not playing today, Lewis, are you? But Chris Phillips, who I was going to interview, opted out at the last minute, and fair play, you said, I'll do it. Like the man you are.
Man up.
You have to... Ask him about what?
A thief. A thief.
What's a thief? Dan Waters is screaming me asking me about an a thief.
I was working for Darren, and we went to the petrol station, and they had a poster of a man who's been stealing petrol, and they said, let's catch a thief. Instead of a gap thief, they had
just
a
one
thief.
word.
Yeah, so then we a thief. So then we just started calling each other a thief. That's basically it.
There's no real story to it, is there? No. So tell us about. I mean, you were with the Blues Academy. You came to us this season, but of course, Blues Academy you departed there, under whatever circumstances, and you're full time now. Oh my God, what a success you're making in your first season, eh?
Yeah. Well, I got dropped from the academy, obviously, and just signed with you now, and enjoying it. It's brilliant down here. You're
happy as Larry down here, aren't you?
Oh yes, definitely.
It's these crowds.
Crowds unbelievable. That's mostly it, isn't it, really? That's what makes us, I think, as well, as a team. But the crowds are awesome, and the boys good crack.
Yeah, really no, the boys are a good crack. I've just been listening to your banter now. My God, you give each other some stick. You've got to be the youngest in the squad, do you?
No, actually, Will Griff's younger than me.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's twice the size of you.
I am all heart, didn't I?
I'm all heart. Classic. So how did it all get started then, Lou? What's the story? What's the Lewis Jones story?
Well, actually, it all started on the football field.
Right.
My father was a footballer from a young age. I started football. My brother started football till age about 9. It's quite a weird one, actually. I had about 3 games called off football in a week. So my brother said, I might as well come rugby training today. So I went, and just never looked back then for me. And
that was it. Fell in love with the oval ball instead of the round ball.
So I carried on playing a little bit, but then in the end it just died off, and then rugby was all rugby.
So what was it? Where were you? Bearthai, was it?
Bearthai, yeah.
Bearthai youth? Bearthai?
No, I started under 9s, and then all the way to first year youth. I had my first year youth, and now.
And then it was here, basically. Yep. So what are you now? You're 18 now, are you?
Yeah.
God, scary, man. Scary. It's but it's such a talented squad, isn't it? We've just got such vast strength and depth here. Is that your phone? This has never happened before. How'd you switch it off? Well done. So parents, any rugby history in the family? What's the deal?
No, football. My uncles are football and cricket and darts, I think. My father was a very good footballer, actually.
Where was he playing?
When he was 15, he had schoolboy trials for Man City.
Really?
He got homesick and had to come home. Don't let him live that one down, but I think he played Ponty schools football, rugby even. No, nothing rugby, just me and my brother, I think.
And who's your brother play for then?
Played for RB there first.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Josh Jones.
Josh Jones.
He's 20.
Oh, so he's an old man in the house then.
Dean Gunter's age. He's played with Dean a few times.
What position is he?
Age grade 10.
All right. So theoretically, there's a Valleys-based outside half family. Half-back family.
Yeah, there is 9-10. I've played with him a few times actually. 9-10. Yeah, it's been good.
You've got a rifle and no pass on you.
It's Johnsy, that is.
Yeah, I was watching you train with Johnsy. I asked Johnsy about this. I watched you and Johnsy train up in Doncaster, and that ball was being shot back and forth. I mean, is this something you've always possessed? This natural scrum-half dog, you know?
Like Ponty schools, my school didn't have enough people to send.
Yeah.
So they sent me, and I was going to go for full-back wing, and I went up the field, practiced some catching, and my father said, Lou, I think you better just go scrum-half. And I said, right, I don't know what to do. He said, just follow the ball and pass it out. So they said, right, we got scrum-halves here, so I put my hand up, followed the ball, passed it out, got in, and then I don't know, it just
sort of happened, did it? So you've had to learn the craft. I mean, it's not automatic on a scrum-half. It's a bit of a a trial, isn't it?
It is a bit. I think it's a bit appreciated scrum-half, to be honest.
And
People think it's just passing the ball, but I think
there's a lot more to it.
There's a lot more.
Because you're screaming at your forwards as well. You're pretty much bossing the forwards, aren't you? You seem to enjoy that, Lou. You seem to enjoy it though.
I don't mind it. No, it's not bad.
One of the boys was telling me you're the mouthiest bloke on the pitch when you're up there. Is that fair?
It's probably fair. You give a bit of banter, innit? That's what Scrum-Halves are about, innit?
Did a couple of slaps off the opposition yet?
Yeah, Wednesday was probably the worst, actually.
Never?
Yeah, he had a few bloody bang kicks and half.
Did you?
The old Cardiff back row.
Evil boys, man. Yeah. Evil boys. They're a big crowd as well, but that must have been especially pleasing to beat them. Well, I mean, Doncaster, them. I mean, we've had some scalps this season.
Well, I can remember last year, me and Dion, Chief's boy, we were watching Cardiff Ponty. I was sitting in the crowd watching, and then a year on playing. It's a bit of a achievement for me, really.
Is it a bit of a strain? Does it feel odd?
It is. It's not sunk in totally yet, because like watching it, and like, whoa, look at all that, and like watching the boys, and then training and playing with them now is a bit surreal, really. Like,
it seems a bit surreal. And obviously the crowds are a bit different to Bearthai's crowds. I mean, I don't wanna denigrate Bearthai. Bearthai are a great club, proud club, but
I can compare Pontypridd to Bearthai, but like because the crowd just love it up there as well. But this is something else, obviously bigger club, so and the passion going on is unreal, isn't it?
It's incredible, but it's incredible, especially this season. It's been like nothing else.
I watched one of the games in the shed, and I had to go over the half time. I couldn't concentrate. Unreal.
Do you find yourself watching a game from the sideline sometimes? Because obviously you know we've got a wealth of scrum halves. You've Garen Lucas and Christian Barrow, extremely good scrum halves. Garen Lucas last week did tremendously well. Do you find yourself sometimes standing there and willing him to pass, or willing Bala to pass the ball at a certain moment? Do you find yourself getting really roped into the game?
Well, that's what I tend to do when I'm watching. I tend to go off the game and start watching people in my position more, thinking what would I do there, what do they do there, and then in the end I forget about the game. I don't even know what's gone on, really.
It's been a bit of a season. I mean, your family must be proud. I mean, everyone your year in school must be proud as well. I mean, you're not still in school now, are you?
No, I'm in Pencoed College.
Oh, right, okay. Well, they must be here.
Yeah, there's a few of us from Point. Me, Will, Screechy, we're all in Pencoed. Yeah,
are you?
Family are very proud. They're enjoying it down here as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a local. There's a sort of local aspect to it, isn't there? A lot of the boys, well, a huge amount of the boys are local boys, aren't they?
I think that's probably one of the best things, that we're all local bred. Like you go to Cardiff, you got people from, you don't know where they're from.
No, exactly.
Only one year we got Simon, the old odd one.
Well, it's Simon and Ken and Nagsy as well.
Oh, Nagsy,
yeah. But that's two guys from further afield. But it must be quite nice having them in the mix as well.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I get on with Simon quite well, actually, considering he's English, to be honest with you.
I bet there's some stick when England lost to Ireland anyway.
Oh yeah, where were you watching that? Oh, you're watching that? Yeah, Simon was there actually. Yeah, he weren't too pleased.
Poor guy. Is he a strong Englishman? I'm not. Is he?
I don't really know.
No, because he was Jewish for years, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's starting to get into the Welsh culture a bit, isn't he?
Good man. That's the way. Boys pull him in.
For him, I think. Yeah, because he's been uni obviously 3 years or whatever, so I think he's starting to develop a bit of Welsh culture about him. Welsh culture
about him, fantastic. So what are you looking forward to then? You must have aspirations, personal aspirations. You're 18 now, I mean you've got quite a few years left in rugby. What's the Lewis Jones ambition?
Well, obviously it's going to be to play for the country at top level, but so far this season is just do as good as we can here. We've got Bristol coming up. That's going to be a huge game. To win that in the final year as well, that'll be something, won't it?
That would be something else, Lou. That would be something else. I don't think you'll have seen a crowd like that for a long time if we do that.
Personally, I generally think we can take Bristol. Yeah.
One step at a time, innit?
Yeah, that's going to be.
We've got, because if we win this game against Merthyr today in the semis, the quarters of the Swalec, we've then got the semis before the semis of the BIC, I think. It's tasty.
We've got some tough games from Leicester away, Swansea home, Cross Keys away Tuesday. That's going to be a tough one.
Swansea home on Saturday will be will be a good game.
Yeah.
Be a good crowd here for that one, I think.
There we go. Good. I think it's good. It's going to be good for us to have that.
It's a hell of a run into the end of the season, though, isn't it?
Yeah, we can't slack off at any one of those games.
No. No, and I did ask.
League as well.
I did ask Chief at the beginning of the season whether we had the squad to do this, and his sort of reply was, well, it's one step at a time, but the strength in depth is most definitely here, isn't it?
Definitely. I think that's another thing we got, is strength in depth from every position as well. Yeah, I think that's going to be key to our success at the end of the season now. The boys we can bring in and they can just step up to the mark as well.
And of course you moved to play for Wales under-20s this season, and what sort of experience was that?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you, but when I had the text, it was gobsmacked. It's awesome. And the Six Nations just gone now. That was brilliant experience. Hopefully now have the World Cup, get into that squad with the Sig, and then see how it goes from there. He's
a good boy, isn't he, Sig? Slightly scary, but slightly scary. He's it's funny though. It's really pleasing for Ponty to have not only did we have 8 or 9 Ponty linked players in there, but actually 2 as well, who exclusively play for Pontypridd in the under-20s squad. You and Sig, and then there were a load of others who were in the academy as well. But it's a very pleasing thing for Ponty, I think, to have you guys doing it. But even more pleasing when you see the Dragons only had 1. Which is very pleasing indeed. Well, yeah, quite, yeah. It was. It must have been nice to have all the boys you know and train with there.
I think we were quite successful in it. Team morale must have been good, knowing some of the boys like from Blues and Ponty, and obviously the Signals, the Scarlets boys.
Yeah, sure.
So I think that was a key thing, that we bonded like straight away in the camp.
Excellent. And the away trips, nice.
Yeah, good experience.
Great experience, I bet.
Flying, but not bad. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you don't like flying, do you?
Yeah, but when we went to Italy, we had to fly. No, bus from the Vale to Heathrow.
Yeah.
Plane from Heathrow to Rome. From Rome to Cosenza on a plane, and then back again. It was a
bit of a trek.
Yeah, but we won, so it always makes a trip better, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And Italy have given the main team have given some teams a bit of a run in this season, haven't they?
Yeah, like France speak France.
Well, I know. That was a really good match.
To go, Italy. The crowd is exactly like
Partizan, is it?
Oh, they're crazy. The Azzurri, is it?
Yeah, definitely against you.
Oh, it's mad. Good though.
Yeah.
Exactly the same down here, really. So.
And this season, of course, is well, hopefully, Lou, we can do the treble here, and you can be the proudest you've ever been.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's just, I think we've definitely got the talent to do it, and we can do it. It's just we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, I don't think.
No, and I just find it very difficult, because I think the supporters are already getting, are thinking ahead to the finals.
I think Chief Johnsy and Langer's keeping us down to earth.
Yeah.
Especially Chief, you know what he's like.
Oh, I know what he's like, guy.
He'll keep us on track, I think.
Must be great experience as well, training with Chief and Johnsy and Langers. Of course, Langers has been upside down for many years.
I knew Johnsy and Chief before, but I never knew Langers. He's an alright guy, isn't he?
He is a good bloke, is Langers. He's got plenty of stories, I tell you.
Him and Chief had a bit of a squabble training, arguing about moves.
Are we putting this on camera or what?
It don't matter.
No. It's good. That's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing, that you can have that sort of passion for and commitment. It's definitely a good thing. And all's fair in love and war around here.
Yep.
All these boys argue like hell, and
it's all good.
It's all good,
adds to the team morale, is it?
I think it does, but I think you tell me. You tell me. Hey, great speaking with you. We'll have to have a chat next season.
Definitely.
See how it goes. We'll have a chat with all the boys at the end of this season.
Chris might man up and do.
Chris Phillips might man up. Yeah, that was a direct message to Chris then, wasn't it? Diolch yn fawr, Lewis. Pob hwyl gyda gweddill tymor.
Diolch.
You went to Gartholwg. You should be able to have a full-blown conversation with me in Welsh, man. Ti'n gallu, of course, but ti'n gallu. Well, hey, diolch yn fawr iawn. Have a great season. It's going to be tremendous, absolutely tremendous, and long may the under-20s Wales continue, and long may everything else continue.
Thanks very much.
For the moment, cheers, Lou.
Diolch.
Diolch.
Hey. Oh, cheeky, wasn't it?
Yeah, I haven't finished recording yet.